Alice, there you are.
Jim, it's so good to see you again.
You too. And I can't tell you how happy Sue is that you've come for a visit.
I can't wait to see her either. I can't believe it's been 2 years that you guys have been married, and I've never been to your new place.
Yes, college seems like so long ago. But let me help you with your bags and we'll get going.
Wow, you sure have a great house.
Thanks. Sue, we're back.
Oh no, Jim. Look. Jim, is Sue okay?
No. I think she's dead.
Oh no. This is terrible.
Oh my. We need to call the police.
Hello. I'm Inspector Smedley. You are Mr. Brooks? The husband of the victim?
Yes, I'm Jim Brooks. And yes, that was my wife Sue.
And you, miss?
I'm Alice Manning.
Right then. Well, Mr. Brooks and Miss Manning, I'm afraid you'll have to submit to some routine questions.
I'll be happy to help in any way I can, Inspector.
Thank you, Miss Manning. But I'd like to start with Mr. Brooks. Sir, while we're waiting for some information from my colleague, why don't you tell me what happened this morning?
I don't know that there's really much to tell. Both Sue and I were looking forward to Alice's visit. She was flying in from Chicago. We all knew each other in college, and this was a chance for us to get reacquainted. My office is near the airport, so I figured I'd get some work done until her flight came in.
Working at the office on a Saturday morning? I trust there were others there who could vouch for you being there the whole time?
Yes, at least half a dozen other people. I stayed there until Alice called to say she'd arrived.
Yes, Inspector. I had told Sue I'd give Jim a call when my flight came in. Unfortunately, it was delayed by over an hour. If only we'd gotten here earlier, it may have prevented. I'm sorry. It's just so horrible.
Yes. Well, let's take a look at the deceased. She appears to have been sitting in that chair, and her attacker knocked her to the floor. It looks as though she was still alive when she fell. How strange, there appears to be blood on her finger. Oh ho, look at this. Here are some letters written in her blood. She must have done this before she died. Let's see, it looks like DOC. She must have been trying to communicate the name of her murderer.
D.O.C. I wish we could tell what those letters mean.
Perhaps they're someone's initials. Do you know of anyone whose name would fit?
No. I know no one with those initials.
Why the sudden surprise, Miss Manning? Can you think of someone with those initials?
Well, it's just that DOC can spell the word doc. That's Jim's nickname.
What? It can't be.
Well, Mr. Brooks, is that true?
Well, yes, but no one calls me Doc anymore. It was a nickname I picked up in college. I haven't heard it in years. Sue hated it and never used it. Inspector, you got to believe me.
Oh, one moment, I've got to take this call. Smedley here. Yes. Right, good work. Well, that was the information I was waiting for. I believe we can wrap up this case.
Oh, thank goodness. I hope that call proved Jim didn't do it.
It certainly did. It was you, Miss Manning. I am arresting you for the murder of Sue Brooks.
What? I can't believe it.
How can you say that? How dare you? I wasn't even here when she was killed.
Ah, but you were, Miss Manning. That phone call I just had confirmed that the flight from Chicago arrived on time. It would have been easy for you to hop in a cab, come out here and kill her, then go back to the airport to call Mr. Brooks. Did you not think the police would check on your silly story about a delayed flight? But that wasn't even your only mistake. What really gave you away was dipping the victim's finger in her own blood to write those letters. You thought you could incriminate Mr. Brooks by spelling his nickname. Too bad you didn't know his wife hated that name and never would have used it. Of course, they say we learn from our mistakes, and where you're going, You'll have plenty of time to think about it.